So this course will help you to go through all the, like I can't say all the tools you will be understanding that is available over the Kali Linux, but yes, most of the tools you will be able to understand, and that's how we will be going through this course. So this first module we will be discussing like what is Kali Linux, what is ethical hacking, and how what are some other operating systems that are very much similar to Kali Linux. Like we are already have Parrot, BlackArch Linux. These two are very much similar to Kali Linux, and these two also are a pentesting testing distro. So these two operating system we will be also looking into that, and they all are having the same numbers of tool. I can't say just the same number, but yes, the tools that are available over Kali Linux is more also available on a Paratos or a BlackArch Linux, and BlackArch Linux is the most advanced operating system ever created for the hackers. So like in between this particular class, like in whole batch, I will also try to switch to some days on a BlackArch Linux also, and some days on a Black Paratos. The tools will remain same over all of these. From tomorrow we will be starting with the information gathering and footprinting. All the tools we will be covering, then vulnerability scanning, like for a different task over doing, like we need to do a lot of steps as a ethical hacker. Like first you need to gather information regarding any system, any server, and then you need to do a vulnerability analysis over them. Like you are looking for what are the weaknesses in that particular system. So at that time you will be using these tools like Nesa, Sneak to OpenVAS, and we will be coming back like most probably on a Monday or Tuesday we will be up to the module 3. So let's more focus on this module 1. So so I hope anyone familiar with Kali Linux or is new to everyone. Anyone who has pre-installed Kali Linux over his laptop or a PC, whatever they are using. Okay, so those who are having Kali Linux is quite good, or if you are not having Kali Linux, make sure to install Kali Linux, because this course is regarding Kali Linux tools, or any penetration testing distro will be okay for you. Like penetration testing distro means the operating system which is solely made for ethical hacker or cyber security person. So that type of operating system try to install. Like either go with Kali Linux, or if you have installed Paratos, that is also fine. So always try to install any of these operating system. What is the issue with the recording? So always try to install any pentesting testing distro. Today we'll be looking for Kali Linux, and all these module 1 stuffs we will be covering today, and from tomorrow I will be jumping to module 2 regarding the information gathering and cybersecurity and footprinting. So in module 1 we need to discuss like what is ethical hacking. So anyone have any idea what is ethical hacking? Anyone can tell some line over what is ethical hacking and what is hacking? Anyone want to add some line over here? Yes, yes, sure. You can proceed, Ajay. Yes, so basically, the ethical hacking is a practical or a practice of legally breaking into any computer system. Like if you gain access to anyone's, like let's assume you are hacking your college computer system, or if you are hacking your school level computer systems, it's highly illegal. So gaining access to any computer system in a legal manner to basically protect them, that comes under the ethical hacking. Ethical hacking also ethical hackers, like those person who are legally hacking into any system to make the security up to some certain extent, so the bad guy can't hack them. So all these steps comes into the ethical hacking, and the person who is doing ethical hacking is known as a ethical hacker. They are also known as a white hat hacker. They basically use their skills to improve the security by finding any vulnerabilities before any malicious hacker or a black hat hacker can exploit them. So if let's assume if your college website, or if your school website is having some or any bank website is having some vulnerability over them, and anyone can hack them. So before hacking, before anyone else can hack them, bank used to hire ethical hackers or a web penetration tester who basically test the entire infrastructure for the vulnerabilities, and if they find any vulnerability they used to patch them, and that's how they used to protect the entire infrastructure from getting hacked by the black hat hacker. So this is what as a ethical hacker we will be doing. Even just after the course you might be applying for the jobs like ethical hacker jobs, or web penetration tester jobs, SOC analyst jobs, and in all these job systems you need to work as a ethical hacker. There you will be trying to protect the entire infrastructure from the various types of attack, like sometime from the DOS attack, sometime from some malware level attack, sometimes some keylogger attack. So a lot of attacks will be happening every single day, and you need to protect your company infrastructure from these attacks, and that's what you will be doing in a company as an ethical hacker. So I hope it's clear to all of you like what is ethical hacking. right? Anyone have any questions? Anyone have any questions? And ethical hacker and penetration tester both are almost same. There is no that much difference. Like as a ethical hacker or penetration tester, you will be looking for the weaknesses in company infrastructure and all. So as a ethical hacker, we will be using like Windows is not that much capable, and it doesn't support that much tool which is required to do this type of a protection for any server. Or if you want to protect the entire infrastructure, it's impossible to do it just by Windows. So for that purposes, we are having some pre-made operating system, like some hacker oriented or some ethical hacker oriented operating system, which is having, like if you are a college student or if you are a regular user of operating system, then Windows is okay for you. But if you are learning cyber security, then there are few operating system which is more suited for you. So you all need to install these operating system to start with ethical hacking and cyber security. So in between that, the most famous operating system in between the ethical hack and cyber security is a Kali Linux. So this operating system you need to install. So how many of you is familiar with installing any operating system over their own device? So I hope like if you are willing to learn ethical hacking and cybersecurity, I hope, like I am assuming, like you all can install. And if you are not able to install, just simply go on a YouTube and search like how to. No, no. Yes, yes. Just let me go through the YouTube search. I will be going to the home menu, and you just need to search how to install Kali Linux. One second. Kali Linux 2025, and tons of video will be in front of you. Like any video, you can go through them and you will be able to install. So installing operating system is not that much hard task. You need to first you need to install the image of any operating system. Like if you are willing to go with the Kali Linux, this is the recommended part. So first come here, and according to your laptop configuration, like if your laptop is of a 32-bit, so most probably it will be of a 64-bit architecture. So go with this part, and this is a 4 GB of a file. You need to install it over your operating your Windows, and then you need to install VMware Workstation, and there you will be launching all this. So you just need to watch a 10-minute video. Like if I take the entire session over the installation, it's totally worthy, because this takes time, like at least 1.5 hour or 2 hour it will required according to your laptop speed to install this operating system. So I'm just giving this task to all of you to install operating system on your own, and this will be your first ethical hacking task that you have to do, because setting up a lab is very much important. And if you face any issues, you can simply share me the screenshot of that particular stuff where you are stuck in while installation. You can send me over WhatsApp, or even you can call me anytime whenever you are getting stuck in installation. So just download this file, and then you can install Kali Linux either in a VMware workstation. These are the hypervisor which allows you to run another operating system over your Windows operating system. So you can run any operating system, like if you are looking for a Ubuntu, or if you are looking for a Fedora, any operating system you can run. But for learning cybersecurity, we will be going with Kali Linux. So just download VMware Workstation also, or there is another software also which is a virtual box. Uh, Once again, virtual machine or virtual box. You can say it a virtual. Let me go with the virtual box. So this virtual box you can also install. So you can either install VMware Workstation or a virtual box, and after installing, let's assume if you have installed VMware Workstation, it will be looking like this. After installation, it will be looking like this. I hope everyone can see my screen over here. So it will look like a VMware Workstation like this. From here, you just need to double click. It will open that. And over here you need to just create any operating system. So first you will be going to the home, then here you will be doing a create a new machine, and from here just select this typical recommendation part, then do next, and you will get the option, like here you can get the option to select the image that you will be downloading from the Kali Linux website. Like let me move back. Okay, so I can't move back over here. let me switch. So the image that you will be installing from here, downloading from here, you just need to select this image from your directory or from your system, and then that will be loaded. Just do next, 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 and your operating system will be ready. So you need to give a defined space, and that is your on your depends on your computer, like how much space you want to give to that particular operating system. So that's how you will be installing Kali Linux. So I hope everyone will feel very much comfortable in installing Kali Linux, and that will not a difficult task. Now everyone understood how to install Kali Linux and all. Okay, okay. So try to install Kali Linux. That will be perfectly like very important for learning ethical hacking and cybersecurity. So after installing, like if you install Kali Linux, it has a pre-installed security cybersecurity tools. Let me just minimize it over here. And if I go to the tools section, like let me go with its tools documentation page. If I just visit over here, we are having tons of tools. So these all are the tools, like Metasploit framework is already a tool. John the Ripper used for password cracking. This is a tool over Kali Linux, Netcat, Nmap. These are the cybersecurity tools that are pre-installed in a Kali Linux. So once you install Kali Linux, you will be getting access to all these tools on your Linux machine, and then you can utilize all these tools for further hacking, further web penetration testing, and also in this whole course we will be learning like how to use Metasploit, how to use John the Ripper, how to use Nmap. All these tools I will be covering one by one. But before that, you need to install Kali Linux. So after completing this session, try to install Kali Linux, and if you face any issues, just text me over here. And in Kali, if you install Kali Linux, we are having a tons of tools. Like all these tools you can see over here, around 600 plus tools you will be getting just by installing Kali Linux. And after that, like you can also optimize some tools. You can make your own tools over here. And in Kali Linux, we are having some tools for privacy also, like a proxy chance we will be getting, VPN, free VPNs we can also configure on a Kali Linux. So a lot of our tools we will be getting, and all these are open source. Like you don't need to pay any single rupees for using any tool. So that this is also a great thing with Kali Linux. So try to install Kali Linux, and then you will be using. So basically, the Kali Linux is a Debian-based operating system, which is specifically designed for penetration testing and ethical hacking, and even for digital forensics. And I hope some of the digital forensics parts I have also covered in this course. Let me check. So if there is a no any part of a network forensics or cyber forensics, I will be adding it over here, because forensics is also important. Soon I will update this module. Like okay, so here some part of a forensics is covered, like fraud detection algorithm. These are from the forensics part that you will be getting in like latter half of the course. But yes, some forensics parts are also covered. And in Kali Linux, we are having a lot of tools to do cyber forensics also. So we will be covering all of these. And the first release of Kali Linux was in 13th March 2013, and from there they have updated their versions a lot of a time, and we till now we are using it a lot. And the most used for a Kali Linux is being used by the penetration tester, cybersecurity research, ethical hacker, digital forensics experts, or a red teamer. So these in this way we use Kali Linux, and most time Black Hat hacker also use Kali Linux. So always try to install Kali Linux. And after that, like for a network scanning, if I go over here, for every task we are having multiple tools. Like if I go with the Nmap is for port scanning, host discovery. Lot of a task we can do with Nmap. So like it will scan the entire it will help you to find the operating system of what is the operating system running over any server or any website, what is its particular version. There is a lot of scripts also available in Nmap. So similar to that, we are having some exploitation framework like a Metasploit. Let me switch my Kali Linux also, so I can show you more. Just let me start it over here. Okay, so this is my Kali Linux. I'm just powering up. Once you start, it will look like this. It takes few seconds to boot up. Right now it's taking 1 or 2 seconds to boot up right now. Okay, so once you start, if you are downloading a new, you will be getting the option to set your password. I have already set my username as a Rupankar. My password is something like this. And here after logging into Kali Linux, it will look like this one. This is the Kali Linux interface right now. They have changed multiple time, and this is the interface right now. And when I go to this menu, here we are having a lot of tools like for information gathering. We are having Nmap, NetDiscover, Multigo, Dimitri, Emas, and we will be covering all up. Like tomorrow, I will be discussing this particular information gathering. Then we are having vulnerability analysis. There we are having Nikto, Nmap also, because Nmap contains some of their scripts also. Then we are having GVM, which is for open VAS. Then Nikto, I will be installing it over here. Then we are having web application analysis for that. We are having drop suite, skip fish, web cells, WP scan for scanning the WordPress level website. Then we are having password attacks tools like John the Ripper, Hydra, Medusa, Encrack, Opcrack, Wordlist. So these are the tools available over here for password cracking. Then for a database assessment, we are having SQL map. You may have heard a lot about SQL injections and all. And for wireless attack, like for hacking into Wi-Fi securities, we are or for getting into the Bluetooth devices, we are having Bluetooth tools, wireless tools, Wi-Fi Lite Reaver. So a lot of tools are available for multiple tasks. If you go with the forensics, we are having this AutoSpy, WinWalk, PDF forensics tools. Lot of tools also available for a forensics. Then for a reporting, we are having some tools like Multigo and Cherry trees. And so for every steps, we are having a tons of tools in Kali Linux that we will be learning through the entire course. And I will be covering all of this. So I hope you will be able to install Kali Linux, and there are few other ways to install Kali Linux also. Like you can make a live boot, like a USB bootable drive. You can make it over here, like all the USB boot you can create, and from there you can also install Kali Linux. That will be the first thing you can do. After that, you can install Kali Linux in either in a virtual machine or a VMware workstation. This is the second way. Then you can install, like let me write like how you can how to install Kali Linux and what are the ways to install Kali Linux. So first way, you can either make a bootable pen drive. This is the first method to install Kali Linux. Like this is the first method, and after that you can use VMware workstation. After that, the second method will be either you can install virtual machine like a VMware. You can install VM VMware, or you can install a VirtualBox. So these are the two methods to install. These are the two methods, and then you can also directly install it over the Kali Linux. You can also host your Kali machine over the cloud, like AWS. You can utilize AWS, Azure. Azure can also. So let me write Azure. Also you can, even you can also load Kali Linux using the GCP. So you can install Kali Linux over your cloud also. Like you can directly host your operating system over the cloud. In this case, you don't even need to install VMware, and even you don't need to install the image of the Kali Linux. Simply you will be log into your any cloud provider account, and from there you can create the account and you can launch a EC2 instance over there. Like on a AWS, you can launch a EC2 instance of any operating system. Like most probably tomorrow I will try to show, because right now I don't have any account login over here. So I will try to show you like how to launch your Kali Linux on a cloud. This is not even the part of a course, but I will try to show, because you will get some more details like how to install it over the cloud also. Then VirtualBox and VMware. So either you can also install, like the most easy way, I think like the most easy way to install it over the cloud. So cloud on installation over the cloud is the most easy way. Then you can also install it through the WSL, like Windows subsystem for the Linux, and you can also install Kali Linux on a Windows by taking the help of a Docker. So anyway, like if you are a beginner, then just go with the VMware workstation or a VirtualBox. If you are an advanced user of any operating system, then either you can install it on a cloud, then WSL you can use, or even if I go with the Docker Hub, from Docker you can also install. So if Docker is basically, it provides you the containerized image that you can download on any operating system and you can run them. So for that purpose you need to install the Docker, and then on a Docker Hub you will be searching for the Kali image, Kali Linux. One second. So here is the Kali Linux. Or there is a lot of a Kali Linux image over here. I can pull any of the image on my Windows machine, and from there I can run, like this is the Docker pull command for the Kali Linux. I will be simply copying that. Then I will be installing Docker on my operating system, and then I can run Kali Linux on my Windows machine too. So these are the way to install Kali Linux, and these are the quite some ways are a little advanced ways to install, and some ways are very basic ways, like installation through the VMware workstation or a virtual box is a quite easy way. And if you want to go with the cloud is also easy way, but you need to watch some videos or tutorial to how to install Kali Linux on a cloud, or either way you can install, like it's on you, like which way you want to install. At the end you need Kali Linux to perform your activities that you want to do so far. So I hope installation is clear to all of you. What are the common tools? Like most common tools you will be using, like Nessus and Brupsuit. This is the very most common tool in every single company. Even if you just master this particular tool, you will be eligible to get a job into ethical hacking. Just you need to master either these two. Like Nessus, it has not installed it over here, but Brupsuit you can go with either Brupsuit. So you need to master this particular tool. Like either you need to install. Okay, don't show me again GRE. So either you need to install Brupsuit or either Nessus. So these two Kali Linux tool you will be using very much frequently over your company level. Like most of the company uses this particular tool, and then now it depends on what type of projects they are doing. Like sometimes they will be, if they are more toward the network penetration testing, they might be using Wireshark more frequently than a Brupsuit or a Nessus. If they are into some vulnerability analysis, then Nessus or OpenBash they will be preferring over other tools. Then they might be using. So it depends on the company to company, like what types of projects they are doing over there. But these are the most common tool. Like Nmap, you can also master Nmap, and directly you can put in your resume, like I know Nmap, Brupsuit, Nessus, and you are ready to get hired, because they will be looking for the questions that is more toward the vulnerability analysis or more toward the network penetration testing, and that's how you get hired. But first of all, try to finish this entire course. After 2 months you might be up to some level to start applying for the jobs, because you will be having tons of tools with you, and that might help you to get into the, I can't say like just after completing this course you will be able to crack the jobs, but yes, most probably you will be able to you will be able to answer the questions. Like if you learn like what are the web application hacking, what is XSS, SQL injections, and all these details, then that will be helping you to reply in the interviews, and even in the real work you will be doing all these stuff. So till now, anyone have any questions, or should I proceed further? Okay. So after Kali Linux, we are having another penetration testing distro, which is Paratos. So let me cover it also. So you can install Paratos from this particular website, and it is also like if your laptop configuration is not that much high, like if you are using a operating system, or if you are using a laptop which is of around 4 to 8 GB of RAM, 4 to 8 GB of RAM with i3 or i5 processor, then install Paratos. Like if you are having 8 to 16 GB of RAM with i5 or i7, then go with a Kali Linux. Or if you are having a not that much high-end laptop, then install Paratos. Otherwise Kali will lack a lot on your device. So Paratos is for them whose machine configuration is not that much high. But this operating system also contains each and every tool that Kali Linux have, and even some more tools are also available on a Paratos. So you can also install Paratos for you. Like you can simply install Paratos from this download button, and from in a VMware workstation or a virtual box you can launch this Paratos, and this will be perfectly fine. So it is also a Debian based Linux, so the command for both Kali Linux and Paratos is very much similar, and this is also very much designed for penetration testing, digital forensics, reverse engineering. So this will be a good choice. Like either you can, if your laptop is not that much high in configuration, like at least 8 GB of RAM you need to start with a Kali Linux. So if you are running over 4 GB of RAM, or if you are having some old laptop with 8 GB of RAM, then go with a Parato. This will be perfectly fine, and it is being developed by the Parasec, and even maintained right now with the Parasec. So this is also so open source. So all the tools that comes in Paratos, you don't need to pay any charges for that. It will be also free. You can go on the documentation to read some more about like what are the tools available here, like Anonsoft and Map, WGET. So a lot of tools you will be getting You when you click next, you will be they will be having a good documentation piece, like what they actually do. So, and there are options to install it over the cloud, like a Docker image you can pull from the Docker to install it over there. Then on a USB you can install it for virtualization. You can either use a VMware workstation or a VirtualBox. And there are a lot of ways, like dual boot you can make on a Windows, the WSL you can also use. So whatever method we are using for installing Kali Linux, all these particular method you can utilize to install Paratos also. So try to install it over here, and I am sharing the documentation link, so you can also read like what is Paratos, and some more ideas you will be getting regarding the Paratos. That will be more helpful for you. So just go with this particular link regarding the Paratos, and then just go through the entire steps and all the tools like a Wireshark, Foremost, Volatility, Auto Spy, what for a password cracking, John the Ripper, Hashcat. Every single tool that is on a Kali Linux are also available over the Paratos. So both operating system you can install, and if you are even have a 2 GB of RAM, Paratos will run perfectly fine for you. So if you are having even a 2 to 4 GB of RAM, that will be perfectly fine for you. And it's support like if you are having a 8 GB RAM, it will work very much smooth over your PC. So it depends on like what type of operating system you are using. And then we are in a ethical hacking, penetration testing. The most advanced operating system ever made is a BlackArch Linux. So this operating system you can also look for. So it comes pre-installed with around 200 2800 plus tools. Like if you go look into the Kali Linux or Paratos, they are around having 600 plus tools over there. But in a BlackArch we are having some more tools, and it is based on Arch Linux. Like it is for a like it is more toward the penetration testing and a security research level. So if you are if you are willing to be a full-time hacker for the lifetime, then this type of operating system you can look for. Like this is solely made for black hat hackers or ethical hacker for a long time. And you can look into this operating system also. Like this is for the all the professional penetration test. Like if you want to do ethical hacking or cyber security for the lifetime, then you can start learning this particular operating system also. And this is like it is having a massive number of cyber security tools. Like as you can see, like over 2800 plus tools they are having. If I go in the tools documentation piece, even most of the tools on a Paratos, I even don't know most of the tools. Like not most, like at least 2000 plus tools on a Paratos on a BlackArch Linux. I have also not used till now. So this is the beauty of this operating system. And even every single day they used to add a lot of tools over here. So this is the also good stuff with this. So you can go with this like SN map. So a lot of tools are also available over here. So like for at scan for server side and a dark scan. So a lot of tools are also available in a BlackArch Linux. So you can go with any of the operating system, and that will be fine. So just go with like we are also having the same number of categories like recognition, exploitation, wireless securities, and for all the different tasks we are having the different level of tools in BlackArch Linux too. So you can like just check the number like of how much tools we are having in a BlackArch Linux. So this will be also a good choice. Like if you are this is not recommended for a beginners. If you are a advanced user or intermediate user of a Linux, then you can only go with this particular operating system, because it requires some manual configuration and it is having a extensive command line uses. And the knowledge about the Arch Linux commands, if you are having, then only go with that. And this is for some experienced penetration tester or advanced level. So if you are not up to some intermediate level at least, then don't go with this operating system. So like because this is having a large repository of our tools, and you will not be able, like you, if you don't need that much tools, then why will be going. And even this operating system is of like a 16 GB, 60 GB, I think it's of yes, it's of a 22 GB right now. Like some stuff is also. And if you go with the OVA image, then it's of a 29 GB. So it's a huge space taking operating system also. Like if your laptop is having configuration from at least 60 GB to 32 GB of RAM, then only go with this operating system. Otherwise, your laptop will not work perfectly fine while installation and even after the installation. So if you are having some good SPs and a good RAM, then only go with this operating system. Otherwise, it will waste your SPs and all. So I hope the difference between all the operating system you all have understand. And I will suggest you everyone to go with the Kali Linux because it will be more toward the course, and I will be also using Kali Linux, and someday I will be switching to Paratos. But if you are willing to go with the Paratos, BlackArch Linux, I'm not stopping you. You can install any of them. I think on a Docker you can also find the image for BlackArch Linux. So let me check. Like I have not checked it. So on a Docker Hub, there might be some images for BlackArch Linux also. BlackArch, yes, yes. So we have an image for a BlackArch Linux on a Docker also. So you can pull any image like a Docker pull this particular image, and it will if you install from Docker, it will not offer that much space. If you install ISO image, it will be of at least 22 GB. But if you install it through the Docker, hardly it will be of 1 GB. So you can install it from the Docker because in Docker all the tools will not be pre-configured. You need to install the tools again and again for using. So you can use the Docker if you are really want to go with this BlackArch Linux. Otherwise, this two operating system will helping you a lot. So I hope this till now everything is clear to all of you. Anyone have any questions, or should I proceed further?
The commands and options are same as the Linux operating system, right?
No, no, they are quite different. They are not that much, very much similar to Kali Linux and Paratos. The commands are a little different. The day we will be using that, you will come to know. The commands are little different on these two operating systems. So on a BlackArch Linux, so this is from the different group of a Kali Linux, different group of a Linux. That's why the commands are little different from the previous one of a because it comes in a Arch Linux family, and Kali Linux and Paratos are from the Debian based. So this is the little difference, like little difference in the commands. Otherwise, everything is same over here because tools are same. The utilization of the tool will remain same, but the commands to use these tools may be changing a little bit over here. I will be installing BlackArch on our by using Docker, so I can use that very much easily because I don't even have that much configuration because I already have three operating system running over this particular machine. So I will be utilizing Docker to install that, and then I will be showing you soon I will be switching to BlackArch also. So let's move on. I hope everyone is familiar with some basic commands. Let's discuss some basic commands of Kali Linux, and then I will be ending this particular session. And from tomorrow, 1 second, what I need to, yes, I want to exit tomorrow. What we need to cover, and from tomorrow we will be starting with Sodan, Maltigo, like most of the tool I will be trying to cover tomorrow, and then a day after tomorrow we will be looking for the vulnerability analysis and also from tomorrow we will be doing a deep dive over all the tools. Today just make it a small session because most of you might not have installed Kali Linux. So if you install this Kali Linux, just try to run some basic commands. So everyone familiar with some basic commands of Kali Linux, or should I go with that? Everyone knows some basic commands, or I should show you that? Yes, sir, little bit. Okay, Deepak Chetri. Okay, okay, no problem. Just the basic commands are more than enough. Yes, yes. Sujal Solanki, do you know some basic commands of Kali Linux, or you are complete fresher? Those who know some basic commands, there are two tasks for you just by today. First task, first install Kali Linux if you are not having. First task, don't be lazy. First install Kali Linux, install Kali Linux. First task do, and after that, practice at least 20 most important command 20. Let me make it 30 important Linux commands like ls, cd, pwd, make directory, rm for removing that, cp, mv. So basic commands try to cover. Let me show you some of the basics commands. Okay. Okay, I'm using terminal. You just need to performing all the command. You will be opening your terminal, and let me maximize it over here. My terminal visual, everyone. Okay, so the most basic command for Kali Linux is ls. basically when you press ls and hit enter, it lists all the files and directory. So these are the files and directory which is being saved over my operating system or my machine. So if you want to show like what are the things available or what are the files available on your Kali Linux, so you can simply put ls over here. If you want to get a detailed list, then you will be simply putting ls hyphen la to get the la, it's ls hyphen la to get the, why it's not showing ls, okay, it's a space in between. Okay, so when I put ls hyphen la, it will be giving us in the detail like what are the permission that particular user is having, like Rupankar is having read and write permission over some files, having some all the details you can find over here, like when the file is being created, when there is some modification over that particular file. So if you want to check all of this, then you will be simply doing ls hyphen l. If I simply go with a pwd, pwd helps you to print the present working directory, like it is displaying the current directory like where I am working it over here. Then we are having some cd command, cd, and if I want to go to the home menu, like let me move to the zpsher. If I want to move to the zpsher, I will be putting zpsher, and now my directory is being changed to the zpsher, and I can like now I can list all the files, whatever files are available into the zpsher. So I can change into, if I want to move back from here, I will be simply putting cd and then double dot I can put to get back from there. So these are the very basic command. If I want to make any directory over here, I will be simply putting make dir, and if I want to let me make it a test underscore folder. So now the test folder is being created. If I put ls somewhere, test folder is being available. So okay, so where it went, okay, so here it is. We have created test underscore folder over here. So if I want to remove any file, I can simply put rm, and if I let me copy and paste it over here. So okay, so I need to for directory I need to put another command like rm hyphen r for removing the directory. So if I want to delete this particular raj.txt, I will be simply putting rm, and then I am just raj.txt. And now if I put again ls, raj.txt is not available here because raj1.txt and raj.xml is available over here. So if you want to copy any file, you will be simply pasting cp and the file address you can put over here. If you want to move the files, then you will be putting mv command. If I want to know like who is currently logged in, then I will be simply putting who am I command. Who am I is showing like I am Rupankar here. If I if I put sudo and su, then I get my password over here. Okay, so if I, and then again if I do who am I, now it's showing like I am a root user. So if you want to get the all the authorities of a Linux, like if you want to install any packages, if you want to perform any specific task, that is then at that time you will be taking a root ss to do all these stuffs. Then we are having some commands like id will help you to get the display the user id and the group id. So here the user id is the root and the group id is also root, and then there is a zero group which is also the root. So if you want to change the password of your current user, like if I want to change the password of a root user, simply I will be using password, and if I press enter, I can put the new password. So it will be changing by new login password. So I am not changing any password. I will be simply doing control plus c to exit over here. Okay, so password unchanged, so I don't want to change. So if you want to change the password of your operating system, you will be simply doing password, and then you will be getting the prompt to change the password over here. Then there are few commands to change the file permissions, like if I put ls hyphen la, one second, ls hyphen la, we are having these are the permissions like read write. If you want to change permission of any file, like if I want to change the permission over the this particular test .txt file, I can simply put chmod chmod to change the file permissions. So let me I am just giving 755. It is it basically gives all the permission to any file. Like if I put 755, it will be giving us the permission like a read, write, or execute. It will be giving it. So I can simply put 755 and all the file name which I want to give the permissions. I'm not doing any change over here because this is might be related from some of the classes, and if I do some changes I will be getting error over here. So at your operating system you can do. If you want to know like what is the IP address of your system, then you will be simply putting ifconfig command. It will be showing like this is my operating system IP address, and etho is basically your network interface, like what is your network interface. Here you can also find your MAC address. What is your MAC address? Here it is my IPv6 address. So all these details I can simply find by doing ifconfig command. Then we are having IP a command. Basically it will help you like it shows the IP address or interface of any new command, like it is my interface which is my local host also. So all these details you can find from here. Then we are having netstat command. It basically displays the network connection and the port. So netstat, let me move back. So now it is just giving us like what is the network status right now. So now I'm just connecting it over some particular port. All these details regarding my network, it will be giving us the detail using the network. If you want to get check your internet connection like it is working or not, so you will be simply doing ping, and I'm just pinging facebook.com. So here I can ping the Facebook, and now it is giving us the result like 64 bit of our data is going over the Facebook, and it is also receiving that particular data. So basically it's showing like our network is working. And even when you ping any particular domain name, it will be also giving you the IP of that particular domain. So that you can also do. Then we are having, if you want to, let's assume if I want to open nmap tool, I can simply put nmap. It will be launching nmap tool for us. If I want to use wireshark, I can simply type wireshark. It will start wireshark for me. So that's how you basically use. If I want to start metasploit, I will be simply putting msf console. It will launch metasploit for me. So if you want to run any tool over here, you can put it over here. So I hope it's all clear. Anyone have any issues? Like I think I have discussed the basic commands over here. Okay,
About your
okay.
background and
Yes, yes, yes. So let me
I
like
would like to learn about you.
okay, okay. So basically, my name is Rupankar Raj. I hope you all know. My name is Rupankar Raj, and I basically work as a full-time web penetration tester.